Make a simple stamping gatefold wedding card. Now I am going to be using predominantly this set, which is a meant to be cling stamp set. It actually has, hang on to move things out of shot a little bit here, messy. It has 13 cling stamps in there. There's a whole array of images and sentiments in there, so it's not just a Valentine's themed stamp set. There is a Valentine's stamp in there, but there's reference to happy, best friend, meant to be, just for you, etc. So it's quite versatile. And then I'm going to use a sentiment from the Having to Hold, cling stamp set. Both of these are obviously available in the current spring-summer catalogues. But I'll link all the products and all my measurements over on the blog. And you'll find a link to that blog in the YouTube description. I'm going to use this Mr. and Mrs. sentiment, okay? So what I need to do is get a piece of Whisper White card, and I am going to size the card so it's a 4x4 card. So first of all, let me trim this down the longest side to 4 inches. Put your scrap to the side. And then I'm going to trim it again to 8 inches. Now, I'm going to actually score this on my Stampin' Up scoreboard, the Simply Scored, because it's I find it's a more accurate measurement for when you're doing fancy fold cards. Right, so it's 8 inches long by 4, so you want to score it both 2 and 6 inches, okay? So we'll get that out the road. And I am going to fold to make sure that meets, yep. I'm going to fold and burnish, like so. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Right, now, what I want to do is I am going to stamp both sides of the gatefold on the front. So I need to flip it over to do that. And I'm going to start with the lightest colour first. I am using Daffodil Delight and Basic Grey for this project, okay? That's the only colours that I'm using. So let me get this in shot. So the stamp I'm going to use is, I've already taken it out, this gorgeous heart stamp, and you can see the array of floral images and leaves and whatnot in that. It's a really detailed stamp and it's absolutely beautiful. So I've loaded that up onto my block. Now, what I want to do now is to make sure, I'm going to stamp one on each side, so I need to make sure that I use a little guide. So I'm just going to quickly, let me see, I'll do that up a bit actually. I'm just going to make a little mark so that I know where to stamp, okay? So I'm just inking up rather, my stamp, and I'm going to put it as close to the edge as I can and touch that little line that I drew on there, like so. I'm using this Stampin' Scrub because I'm using the seam stamp. I need something quick to wash and clean my stamps. And the Stampin' Scrub's perfect for that. Let's put the yellow to the side, go with the Basic Grey. Again, load it up with ink, like so. And again, I am just going to put it as close to the edge and as near as that pencil mark as possible. And there you go, Bob's your uncle. So, let me just pencil out those little images, well, those little pencil marks rather, and there we have the desired effect on the front. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to use the Mr. and Mrs. stamp from the Having to Hold, okay? Now what I want to do is I want to reverse image it, if you know what I mean. So I want the first half of the stamp grey and the second half yellow. So I need to load that up onto my little stamping block. Now, unfortunately, I've left my big blocks in amongst all my craft class stuff. So, I'm having to make do with this now. I could use my Stampin'Up, but I've just been lazy. Right, so basically the left side needs to be grey and the left side needs to be yellow. I'm going to start on the right side, which is yellow, because that's the lighter colour. So I'm just applying ink to that half. So that's the yellow applied. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the left hand side, the mister section. And you want to make sure that there's ink on all of that stamp. Now, what I want to do is I want to place this on my grid paper. I want to get this as centred as possible and in line, and I want the and sign to be right in the middle of the card. So when I lift that up, that is the desired effect. Very simple, but very striking. I think that's super, super cute. Right, let me clean up my stamp quickly. And I'll put that back before I lose it. And I am just going to decide on what I can put on the inside. So, we have lots of choices with these two sets. Let me move the ink out the road. We could put meant to be. We could put just, sorry, the light's a bit off. We could put just for you. There's a lovely little floral rose image here. I might actually put that inside. And then we have here's to a lifetime of happy memories, happiness fits you well, etc. So I think I'll use here's to a lifetime of happy memories, and then this floral image. So I'm mixing it up between the two stamps. Now, I'm just going to quickly clean this because it looks a bit dirty. So I'm going to give it a little clean. Like so. Because I don't want, obviously I don't want any ink coming through. That's not been cleaned properly. I do apologise. Right, so I'm going to use that one. And I am going to use Happiness Fits You Well. Now this is really stuck down because I haven't used this one yet. No, it's not that one I want to use. It's this one. Oh, they're really sticky. Come on, don't be shy. Hang on. I need to use my other hand to prise it off. The one that's got a fingernail in it. So, we're using here's to a lifetime of happy memories. Right, fab. So let me put that aside. Oh, I think that's gorgeous. Right, so let me open it up. Now, let me see. I am going to stamp this image at the top and bottom. I am actually going to use my Stampin'Up for this though, because I want it really centred. So, let me get a bit of scrap grid paper. And let me pop this on, like so. Right, now, make sure it's lined up. You could use washi tape on your desk or what have you. It doesn't actually need to be, it doesn't need to be, hang on, I need to take this sponge section out. 2 seconds. When you're using the cling stamps, because I already do have the sponge layer within them, you should really remove this sponge section that's in your Stampin'Up. So, right, second time lucky. Right, now I am just going to do that with my magnet. These are really strong magnets, they're fantastic. Now I am just going to quickly mark with pencil along there, so I remember when I flip the card what way it goes. And I'm going to put that like so, and I think that looks about centred, don't you? So let me do that. Now I want to ink this in yellow. the Daffodil Delight. Now, the bonus about using a Stampin' Up is if you don't ink it enough, you can reapply the ink and put it on again. But that image has come up fantastic. So what I want to do is flip the card round, put it back to where I had it, but obviously it's the other way. You see my little pencil score mark there. I am going to ink up the stamp again. And ta-da! There we go. Now it's not quite centre, but who's going to notice? Who's going to notice? I'm not the best for eye for detail, I'm afraid. But you get the gist. And I'm not too OCD that I want to restart this whole thing, so no chance. No. Oh, not doing that. Right, let's get this away. Now, final stamp. Now remember, you need to check what way your card is, so you're not stamping it upside down like I almost done there. Oh, these magnets are so strong, it's fantastic. Right, so just pop your card down again. And I am going to put this centre as I can, central. You know what I mean. I think that's pretty much straight. And this time I'm going to use the basic grey. Okay, so basic grey it is. Da, da, da. Ink it up. You don't need an awful lot of ink. I was going a bit stamping crazy there. And that is a fabulous, fabulous sentiment. Now, I want it a little bit darker because I want it to stand out. So I've just inked it again and applied that to my card again. So, let that dry a little second while I quickly put my inks away. And I'll take my card out. Need to put my foam layer back in. Now, I can't believe I waited so long to buy this Stampin' Up. It's amazing. You can actually, there's 2 of these platforms that come with it, and it's great when you're doing like a production line of cards. I can't remember the phrase, but you know what I mean. When you're doing multiple of the same thing. Right, so you can see here how it's stamped. It's gorgeous. And then when you close it, it says Mr. and Mrs. Open it up and there we go. Now, if you had time, you could always layer up the front before stamping or layer the inside, etc. But I just wanted to show you how to use this set for something a little bit different. And I think that looks super, super cute. So, yeah, I'll link everything below. I hope you like the new layout of my videos. I'm trying to come across a little bit more savvy than I have been. But it's all practice. Yeah, so if you want a hold of these, links are in the description or over on my website, which will come up at the end of the video, at SmithsCraftyCreations.com, or give me a wee message. Happy to help. Okay, take care now. Thanks for watching.